What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Orphan Age. I went, and so this game's been in development for like a long time. And there hasn't been a whole lot of news about it, but this game is effectively This War of Mine if you were a bunch of street kids in like a cyberpunk dystopia where for some reason they're hunting children. And so like you've got to gather resources and you've got to build up like your little hoodlum base. And then once you do that, you can go out and do further adventures. This game is currently in closed alpha. You can go to the developer's website if you wanted to get a copy of the alpha right now and play it as it develops. There's also a demo available on Steam that lets you play like the first little bit of the game. So there's a couple of options there. I went ahead and fell on the grenade and bought the game so that you wouldn't have to, so that we could dive on in and take a look at the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If after watching this you did indeed want to do that, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can also find a link to my Twitch stream, my Twitter, my Discord, all that other fun stuff. But with no more yammering left to do, let's play the game. Let's dive on in and see if it's any fun. I got an echo in the room to your left. Check it. Copy that. On my way. Get out of here slowly and calmly or I'll shoot. I said get out. Oh. Shit. I can't hear you. What's up? It's nothing. It's just a dog. Over. Roger that. Pack it up, boys. There's nobody left here. We're done. Head up to the next building. I can't take kids there. Just don't make any noise, okay? Wait for things to calm down and then get out of here. Shh. They could hear us. Be quiet. Don't get caught. I'm sorry. It's too late for your parents. Is it the first time that you were playing Orphan Age? And I played it like 5 years ago when the first alpha was announced. It's fine, dude. I'm like the grandmaster of This War of Mine. I've beaten like every single scenario. I'll be fine, dude. And so we've got our kid over here. We've got to design our own kid. All right, fair enough. We can be anywhere from the age of like 6 to 12. The older is probably the better here because like kids don't know how to do anything. That's the thing about being a child, is they don't know how to do anything because they haven't been taught how to do anything yet. And I feel like at the age of 12, there's a solidly better chance that they will have been taught at least something of use versus being like 6 years old where like I guarantee they don't know that many useful things. So like, you know, I started roofing when I was 12. I had like a passing knowledge of how to install a shingle when I was 12. It's close enough. So anyways, we'll go with 12. We can also choose our appearance. Okay, all right, we get to pick what our kid I'm gonna go with the kid that's got the helmet on. At least we've got cranial protection from protuberances. All right, so we also get to choose what our backstory is, and it looks like that cycles our stats around. So we can be an artist, we can be like an engineer, we can be a clean freak. What does clean freak do? Suffer from additional malice when a room is dirty, but you gain mood when cleaning and searching trash piles. Okay. And then this one over here, a power nap. Benefits a lot from naps. Okay, and then we've also got, we'll often stop working to talk with friends, but the loneliness needs fills faster. All right, I mean, I'll just take what I've got for right now. I have no idea if our kid is like a boy or a girl. I guess for the context of the game, it doesn't really matter. So, like, I don't know what name to give them, though. That's the spot that I'm, like, on right now, is like, what do I name said child? Whatever things are there here? We can be a thief artist. We can be like, man, we got to get some better stats out here. This person's got all D's. D's do get degrees. We can be a cook and an artist and also a clean freak. All right, I think I'll probably go with that right there. I mean, we've got like straight stats across the board. We do get like these nice little blurb pop-ups right here that are going to explain what each and every one of these things do. Apparently, we're completely and totally unlikable. We're just like kind of like a hateful little lump that sits in the corner and minds our own business. However, we can endure, and then we've got like, okay, we're pretty dumb, but we're not the dumbest you can possibly be. We also are not that dexterous, but also slightly more dexterous than, like, having, you know, legs made out of wood or something. All right. let's play the game. Oh, I got a name. That's right. That's one of those things that kids like. They like names. I'm going to name him Eduardo. Hold on. I missed Eduardo with extra R rolling. There we go. All right. So here we are in the midst of our adventures. So there is like a mood meter up here. This determines like how moody everybody is. So it's kind of like rainy and bad right now. We ideally probably want that to be a smiley face or something. It looks like we've got another small kid here, but she can't really do anything, or at least at the bare minimum, she's not like clickable. So, you know, fair enough. It looks like we do have some little moodles over here or whatever that tell us roughly what our health is, what our hunger is, what our social rating is, our energy levels, and our leisure levels. So we got to play a little bit of The Sims out here. At the top, we've got our storage, okay, and then we've got our health-related items, we've got our food-related items, our supplies, our tools, and our construction. Gotcha. Down here is all the stuff that we can build. I think the last time I played the game, this was not a thing. Like the menus, like years ago. I think you like right-clicked or something. I don't remember though. I don't remember there being a pop-up menu, but then again, my memory is so horrifically terrible that I honestly couldn't tell you the truth even if I wanted to. All right, so it wants me to build a sleeping spot, and it wants me to make a nice bed for our sister. I assume we start that off by like searching some boxes and stuff. It's like super dirty inside of here, so we should get a mood boost from like cleaning up the room. I'm wearing my special searching for stuff helmet, so nothing can befall my cranium. It's always a good place to start out with head protection. It looks like we got a couple of those little supplies right there, which have just been thrown into our construction stash. Looks like we also found some wood inside there. Go search that garbage as well. Oh, dude, there's so much garbage around here. All right, I'm gonna need to garbaginate and just make sure that I get all the garbages taken care of. Since I'm a neat freak, I feel like the onus should be on me to clean up the entire area. I'm sort of similar. Like, my office is a mess where I work at and I like record these videos, but like the rest of the house, quite clean. I don't like, you know, like my workspace, I like that to be homey and have like piles of trash everywhere because it makes me feel at home. At the end of the day, I'm basically Oscar the Grouch. But the rest of the house where, you know, you lay back and you sort of have like your leisure time or whatever, that's nice and clean because I share that space. Like, my office is like my own little personal nook, whereas the rest of the house, you know, you share that with the wife. And so, like, it's gotta be nice and looking good. All right, I'm gonna grab this food over here. I don't know if we have like a timer or anything to get this done. Like, are we on limited time right now? Because this war of mine, the way that it progresses is that like each day you have a certain amount of time that's dedicated to doing tasks in your base, and then you go outside the base at night to scavenge and like steal stuff and fight people and go to war with other gangs. Ew, dude, we found a hard-boiled egg inside of a old rusty bureau. Ugh, of all the foods, I don't think that's one that I would like to find. A hard-boiled egg, eh? No beef jerky, no loose assorted peanuts. All right, so we can rotate the bedroll. I kind of want to be like, I don't know why I always feel better when I sleep near a door. It's like a terrible tactical decision, but it makes me feel better. I think our character is going to grab the resources that they need in order to pop that on open right there, and so it looks like we're making the bed right now. We'll go ahead and speed up time for a second just so we don't waste a whole bunch of time watching stuff get ferried around. But it looks like we need a sleeping spot, and it looks like we need a bed. So there's our bed knocked out. Cool. Oh, it satisfied both. I was going to say, yes, a bed and a sleeping spot are similar objects. Hey, and look at that. It allowed her to crash on out. She's got like a little illness thing above her head, so I assume that she's sick. We can make a picnic spot, okay? We can also make a wash spot. Okay, so we've got to look out for our hygiene and make sure that we're not picking up, you know, nastiness. Oh, sweet, dude. We got a crowbar right there. That's a useful piece of hardware. There's not a lot of things you can't accomplish with a crowbar. How many other things are there in here for me to, like, scavenge from? So we got, like, that big pile over there. Hurry it along. Yes, go ahead and search the thing. I would love it if you would search the thing, but we got to search the thing a little bit more faster and a little bit more, you know, speedily. What does this meter mean right here? Eduardo is sad. Francine is sad. Okay, and I assume something really bad happens when it hits that spot right there. I'm just going to extrapolate a little bit, but it feels like something bad's going to happen when we get to right there. So we need a cooking pot in order to build that. We do have the stuff for like a washing up spot, though. I don't know which way this is facing. It's kind of hard to tell. It may not have a designated facing, but I always recommend with games like this that like anytime you're placing an object in any game really where you're doing any sort of colony building or any sort of like town management or anything else, the front facing part of the building with the door should always have like a green arrow facing on out. It's just one of those quality life things that I've grown to expect from video games nowadays. We'll go ahead and maybe plop this down in a... Oh, I can't place objects while it's paused. There we go. We'll plop that down in that corner, and then we will hyperspeed. Let's go, Plaid. I need you to build this. I need you to build this basin with the power of the Flash deep inside of you. All right, that's been knocked out. We also need... So the washing spot, I assume, just lets us rinse up. Do we have any idea, like, what our hygiene looks like? So our energy's okay. We could use a nap. Our social's okay. Our hunger's okay. There doesn't seem to be one here. Let's test it. That's my suggestion, is maybe we test this out. Oh, that's using a resource? Okay, don't use a resource then. We'll wait until it actually specifically tells us that we need to wash up. I thought that maybe we could just... He's probably grabbing water, and he's probably grabbing, like, soap or something else that we've got stored around. But I'd rather not lose that object right now because it may be useful later, and since, like, I didn't play the tutorial because I'm a maximum allocated idiot, I don't know what's going to be useful or unuseful as time goes along. She's sleeping, so that's filling up her meter... Kinda? Not really? Very, very slowly is how fast it's filling up the meter. Okay, we need a picnic spot too, so I guess we're going to have to go ahead and, hey boo-boo, we're going to have to knock this whole thing over and grab ourselves some foodies as well. On the plus side, the room is almost completely and totally clean. That big barrel right there you could use as a rain catch. That's like a big barrel, like that right there, like a big like 100-gallon barrel. That's a good, I mean, it might be a 50-gallon. I don't know how big our kid is by comparison. But anyways, them big barrels right there, that's a useful piece of equipment. You can turn that into a water purifier with some sand and charcoal. You can do all kinds of not enough space in our stock. Oh no, dude. We've run out of the Staraji. Okay. Well, in the interest of having further Staraji, I'm going to build another stash. Let's stash it on up. There we go. I heard there was some like bugs and whatnot going on with the game. The developers, they've been holding the release for like a long, long time because they've made it very, very adamant, like on their Discord, that they want to release a very polished early access without like any major issues. I respect it. Then again, this game has been in development for like a hot minute, so like keep that in mind. I think like the first demo alpha build I got sent of this game was like 5 years ago. So just keep in mind that it's been worked on for like a really, really long time. There we go. Now we can hold 50 of the things. What does this mean right here? A furniture has been built. Oh, nice, dude. Things are getting better. So I guess this is like a meter. So that's our hope. So like the more things we do in order to make the base a little bit nicer for the kids that are staying here, the more hopeful they get. Gotcha. I was thinking that that was something we had to solve as like the sum of the arithmetic of all of our stats or something like that. Okay, fair enough. The not enough space in stock thing appears to be stuck on the screen right now. I don't know if that's going to go away at any, like, convenient point, but, like, worst case scenarios, I'll wait for the next autosave, and I'll reload the game up to see if it goes away. Come on, give me the goodies. There we go. All right, so we got the goodies out. I think now is a good time to sort of just tabulate what we have. We have wood. We have, like, some toolkits. We have kitchenware. So we got the thing that we needed in order to make the picnic spot. So let's picnic it up. I'll probably put the picnic spot, like, right here. That looks okay. Yeah, rock that thing out real fast. Honestly, I don't feel like the game really needs a tutorial. They kind of guide you as to what you're going to build. And, like, I think if you've played any colony management game before, like, it's pretty apparent pretty rapidly, like, the tropes and the things that they've kind of spaced the game around and, like, the expectations. So, frankly, I feel like I'm finding my way okay right now. That's also, like, sort of a testament to kind of the UI, I suppose. So we can do a workshop over here, but we need, like, 6 more MacGuffins. And so let's go see if we can track down some MacGuffins real quick. Can we go out into the hallway right here? Oh, we can. Okay. Can't see altogether that well. It looks like we can break open this door, though. So let's do that. Oh, you've got to go. You didn't bring the crowbar with you. Gotcha. You're chronically unprepared, just like I am. You're the kind of kid that I was, where the teacher's like, all right, everybody hand in your homework, and then I'm over in the corner rubbing my head like an idiot being like, wait, hold on, there was homework? Nobody told me there was homework. And the teacher's like, I said it like 40 times on Tuesday. I was like, well, I didn't do the homework. That was basically a rough summation of my school process. Hopefully there's big money inside of here, dude. This is going to be a room that's full of mob gold. Calling it now. Room that's full of bullion. Oh. That's way worse than bullion, dude. That's dead people. I don't want... Oh, my God. All right, let's go searching through. Are those my parents? The soldier specifically said that it was too late for my parents. Is this like a traumatic experience? Oh, apparently dead people make you sad. So there's kind of like a mood trade-off there for looting dead people. Gotcha. I learned a new thing today. But we got some pretty sweet loot, dude. I don't see, I mean, unless it's my parents, like, yes, it is sad, but at the end of the day, like, they don't need it anymore. I've always maintained, like, I've talked about this on stream. If you ever find me dead on the side of the road in a post-apocalyptic situation, and I have useful items that you can use to keep yourself alive a little while longer, I don't need them anymore, man. I've gone on to that great non-apocalyptic, yonder. All right, it's fine. All I ask in trade for all of my loot is that you just leave me with my dignity. Leave my underwear on. Like, don't lay me on the side of the road, hanging brain for all the world to see until I'm a skeleton. That's just poor form right there. But as long as you leave me with like some pants on my leftovers, then you're welcome to all the stuff in my backpack. You're welcome to all my loot, all my bullets. Please, Artyom, one single bullet. You're welcome to all of it. Just help yourself. But, just leave me with my dignity. I don't see anything particularly rad that we're picking out of this place. But on the plus side, didn't I, as a clean freak, aren't I supposed to be getting some kind of, like, mood bonus from looting stuff? Man, there is not a lot in here. Oh, there's another crowbar over there, though. That's good. That means we can access another room. That door doesn't seem to be interactable. It looks like our cursor has, like, a light radius or something. Yeah, it's got, like, a vague light radius going on. It kind of tweaks out when you get near a wall, but other than that, it seems to be working okay. They want me to build a workshop, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do, because there ain't no cure for the workshop list blues. All right, we'll put that right there. Knock that on down. You would think after like 10 years of doing this that like the internet would be done with like my sing-songy nonsense. But apparently it's in some level of demand. I ask myself that every night as I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, man, everybody else is tired of me. The internet doesn't seem to be though. Huh. Maybe I'll make some more videos tomorrow. So thank you to all of you for not becoming completely and totally disenchanted with my sing-songy nonsense. It's all I have, okay? In the place where God normally puts a personality in people, all he gave me was sing-songy nonsense and pop culture references. That's all that I came equipped with, and I had to manufacture that into some sort of personality so that people want to be around me. I did the best I could do with what I had. So we're coming up on the end of our construction job here. Job's done. So apparently I can craft stuff now. We've made the workshop, which should please the game to a small extent. What can I craft inside of here? Oh, you can convert stuff into other things. So this basically allows us to kind of like reallocate our resources in directions that we want them to go, just in case our loot luck has not been so great. There's a bunch of garbage piles over here that are just absolutely chock-a-block with food. There's another crowbar over here. I'm going to prioritize grabbing the crowbar because, like, in this war of mine, the crowbar is like one of the best items to bring with you on any scavenging adventure. And so like I feel like grabbing that is probably in good... Well, apparently I'm still in despair, I guess. We are kind of tired. It looks like she's a little bit like... She's doing better. Food is good. I think maybe we're still getting the mood debuff every time we walk past that. I don't know, because I felt like we were doing better, but we just took a big mood dip, so... I guess our hope is kind of falling off right now. We found food. That would make me more hopeful. Dude, you found a big bag of rice. You can stretch that out. I love rice. That's like one of my favorite foods. You guys want to know? My favorite comfort food right here. I make Loco Moco. My family's Hawaiian. Like, they all live in Kaneohe, and they live in, like, Eva Beach, and papakolea. And so anyways, my favorite thing is kind of like a poor man's Loco Moco. So what I do is I get 2 hamburger patties. I cook them up on the grill. I make like a big bed of sticky rice. I stick the hamburger patties on top of that bed of rice. Then you hit it with 2 slices of sharp cheddar on top of that, let it melt, and then after that, you take like some gravy that you got like in a carton or that you made yourself, you warm that up, you drizzle it over the top, and bon appetit. You know what I mean? I modify it because I don't feel like taking the time to cook the eggs. Normally Loco Moco has eggs in it too, but you know, I eat that probably once or twice a week. That's like one of my favorite go-to foods right there, man. All right, well, we're done here. I've looted out pretty much the entire room. It helped my hope out basically 0. That's all that you need to know about that, is that unfortunately our hope is not so great right now. We are very unhopeful. I'm going to suggest we get another bedroll since we have the resources to do it. So I'm going to tack down another bedroll. I didn't really want it to be there, but that's fine. I'll fill it in. It's a little bit out of line, but I suppose that's life. I'll probably try to make a campfire or something too. Maybe that'll help me restore my hope, which seems to be kind of in bad shape right now. I looted like all the food you would ever need to start like your own shopping mall, but as it seems now, oh, there's more stuff in that room too. Well, I didn't even need to use that crowbar. That might have been a handy little waste right there. I think part of why our hope might be going down is that we are very unenergetic at the moment. That's fine. I've lived most of my life in an unenergetic state, so I understand completely. Let's go ahead and crash out and catch some Z's real quick. See if that helps out with any of our major problems. Apparently at this point, I can control the other child, so I need to start seeing to all of her needs. That might be another problem, is I thought the other child was like inactive. Like I thought we couldn't do anything with the other kid because she was so little. But she just rinsed up, so that's good. She's got her health back up to a decent level. Does it take water when I do this? Is that what it's costing me? What is it costing me in order to do that right there? I don't see any pop-ups or anything as to like deductions from my account or whatever. But she's all cleaned up, so that's good. At the food spot, we can probably eat something as well. How's her leisure doing? So her social is bad. Her food is okay. But I think we can fix her up, and it'll be all right. Her health is now maxed out, so that's good. And then we'll tell her to go and eat, I suppose. Does she pick a thing that she's going to eat, or do I pick from a list? It looks like she just grabs something at random, and she ate herself like a soup. It would be cool if it picked like the object that restores the amount of hunger that is the most to what she's missing. That'd be like a really cool quality of life addition. We've got to work on our social situation, and then we need to work on our leisure. Do I have anything inside of here that looks like maybe it could supply leisure? So there's like a dollhouse, but we need like paints or something for that. There's a barrel bed. There's hopscotch, but we need chalk or paint for that. It looks like it zooms out while I'm trying to scroll my way through this menu. So that's one of those things that's going to need to be suppressed inside the confines of the game, basically. You definitely should not be zooming in and out while you're trying to go through the list of stuff that you have going on. But maybe. So what other things do you have going on? She's extremely bored. Yeah, I'm going to like work on that. Let me see if there's anything around here that I can thieve that will maybe give me some paints or something for making like a hopscotch so that they can work on their diversions. There's another door over here. We could pop that open and try our luck on that side. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop the door open first, since none of the resources we actively want are kind of like inside that room. I think that breaking the door open is a good idea, and I assume that the character's endurance probably modifies how well they force doors. Wow. She busted that door open so much quicker than I busted open the previous door. All right. Is there anything in here? I don't see anything that's like selectable, really. Just mostly garbage. It looks like the shelves are not accessible, maybe? Let me close that menu down real quick. Okay, well, go through that over there. We do need more stuff, so we might as well keep you, like, active while we're doing things out here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to fill up my social. You know, I'm kind of wondering at this point if I can manufacture the paints that I need. Like, maybe I can do that at my workshop to get these little paint things right here. Might not be a bad plan. Might be something workable. Our hope seems to be a little bit better, so definitely filling up meters seems to help with the overall situation. Sleeping takes a long time in this game. I don't know what the scale is of like a single day, but I've noticed that my characters that are out like a light, it takes them a good long while to really get themselves refilled back up. Oh, we have no place in our stock. Okay, we'll come back over here and let's like see what we can do. First off, maybe go, yeah, come over here. And then maybe go to the workshop. And oh my god, that menu gore. Okay. Yeah, you definitely want it to minimize some of the... You want it to minimize menus when you open other menus. Alright, so crafting. It looks like we don't have access to making the paints and stuff that we want to make. So that's a bummer. There doesn't seem to be a lot of ways for me to fix my boredom. Oh, we can play with each other. Got you. Okay, so, like, we can interact with one another once Eduardo gets up. Okay. What other stuff? Oh, I'm full up. That's right. I need to, like, spend some things. Make a campfire. That actually seems like it might help with our mood a little bit. Like, I don't know specifically what the fire does, but I'm willing to bet. Look at her cute little cape, and she's got, like, a little bunny hat on, dude. Who could do this to a child, man? That's a small human being. Show some mercy. Have some resemblance of empathy deep down in your heart, man. I got a soft spot for children. I'm not like a huge child person. Like, I don't know how to interact with children, like, at all, because my entire life has just been me not doing, like, childlike things. Oh, hello. So it looks like we can kick it by the campfire. I don't know what that helps with, but there was definitely a pop-up thing over here. Okay, cool. All right, fair enough. I just needed to get stuff out of my inventory. We can do a barrel bed. I don't know if that's, like, even better than the bed slot. It looks like it is, in fact. Those little stars are more than likely, I would guess, the grade for the item that we're thinking about crafting. If we could find a pot, we can make some other stuff. We got no scrap left. We can make a stool. Yeah, put a stool over there. I'm just trying to get things out of my inventory at this point. We filled up our somewhat limited storage space much more rapidly than I thought we would, so fair enough. All right, well, there's like a little stool that we made. What happens if we sit? Does anything good happen when we sit? Like, does it fill up a meter or anything? Wait, we're sitting around the stool? That's not how a chair works. See, this child was introduced to tragedy so early on in life that she doesn't even know how a chair works. Nobody showed it to her. You got it. You know, it's the simple things, man. It's the simple things. Like, hey, little kid, this is how a chair works. You put your butt on it. That's how the whole thing functions. That's the entire synopsis of chairs as a medium. All right, let's go ahead and grab some parts from over here because we are critically low on just like random scraps. Francine is sad. Is that better than being... Oh, her energy level. Got you. Okay. Well, I mean, if you ever get done sleeping, we can work on those other meters. But I hate to be that guy, but, like, sleeping is taking up a lot of our time right now. Did we get all wood, or did we get any scraps out of there? Looks like we got some scraps. Let's bring her back over to this side. I'd also suggest, like, just as a little UI thing... Like, when you tell them to go somewhere, there's that spinning arrow. The spinning arrow should not go into warp speed when you're... I don't know, maybe that's just a personal thing. But it makes a game feel cheaper to me when, like, UI elements spin faster or, like, do other little things when you speed up the game speed. The exception is if there's, like a little bit of, like, VHS fraying or something along the edges of the screen. It's like... Then it makes sense because, like, it pitches the UI as part of, like, the view screen that the player is playing through. Because there's, like, a disruption there. But, like, other than that, we're definitely going to have to pick up some leisure at some point. All right, let's test out leisure here. Give me Eduardo. And you guys come over here. And, like, maybe you're in, like, a weird spot. Here, I need you guys to be, like, in an open area where, like, the cursor is not going to hit, like, multiple things at the same time. Okay, so we're playing some kind of childlike sport. She's jamming on an air guitar right now. Apparently she got that new Kenjutsu album or whatever by Iron Maiden. There you go. Get it. Get it. Get it. And is that counting as, like, social, or is that counting as leisure? I have questions here. It's definitely counting as leisure. Good to know. I would like to see maybe a little up arrow or a little down arrow next to these. In fact, I think these entire moodles right here are kind of too small. They were a little bit larger. I think they'd be easier to track. I got bad eyesight. I'm old, and then on top of that, I was blind before I was even old. So, like, you know. What happens if we just talk? Does that work on our social? Dude, the little girl just said she wished she had a friend. I'll be your friend. This is painful, dude. This is one of those games that hurts. This is one of those games that stings a little bit. You'll be like, I'll be your friend. Don't give up. We are filling up meters right now, and our hope is, like, skyrocketing. So I think the interactions between the kids are going to be, like, really, really important. It does look like they put a little icon next to whatever's being worked on, possibly. But it keeps disappearing. So I don't know if that means they're just, like, saying something in the real world or what it means. But, yeah. It does look like occasionally a little icon pops up over here, but it's hard to tell if it's indicating things going up or going down because the icon's so little. Is there an adjustable UI? Let's take a look at the options real fast. Can I rescale the UI? Okay, you can't rescale the UI, so those are going to be the options that are available for right now. But a rescalable UI. I got some bad case of the bad's eyeballs. Hey, our hope is up. Good. What does that mean right there? Oh, dude, our little kids level up? Nice, dude. So it's got, like, RPG elements, too. So we can... Oh, they're going to put, like, art right here, but it's not in yet. Gotcha. So we can get 3 diplomas to dexterity. 1 diploma to go up to... So we can get half of that right there. Basically, it looks like when you level up, you get about a half of a grade. Okay. Let's go ahead, since you're the bigger kid, let's work on your endurance and just see how that helps us out right there. Is there a way to look at the stat display right here? Left click to open skill menu. Doesn't look like left clicking is opening the skill menu. Huh. Well, anyways, this is Orphan Age. I'm intrigued. As a big fan of, you know, I'm sorry, not The Last of Us. As a big fan of This War of Mine, I firmly believe that This War of Mine is one of the greatest indie games ever made in terms of subject matter, content, evoking sort of an emotional response to playing the game. I can already feel myself getting drawn in, like when the little girl says she wishes she had a friend, like, I want to help, dude. I want to do something about it. I think there's a visceral reaction when you're like an adult or like another human being and you hear a small child say something like that. It naturally puts a little lumpy in your throat, you know what I mean? I don't know if there's going to be a going out and scavenging portion of the game. Is there a door at the end of the hallway? Oh, there is. So we can actually get out and into the city, and I assume that's when we're going to need to be like ducking from patrols and whatnot, but we're not even out of the base yet. We're still just like making it work with what we have. Gotcha. Orphan Age. Check it out down below. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Thus far, I would say this alpha definitely has like quality of life and UI issues that need to be taken care of. I think there's definitely like some contextual things that could be relayed a little bit better at the bare minimum in a little bit larger of a size so as to make them more viewable to the player. But like other than that, until they actually put something formal out on like Steam or whatever, you know, keep an eye on it. It's $30 to get involved with this right now, so that puts it at a price point where I'd keep an eye on it with some of the little UI things that I'm seeing. But at the same time, I do think that the premise of the game is good. See y'all later. Thanks for stopping on in. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie gaming every single day so you don't have to. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll see y'all with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Bye, folks.